Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm here, and so is my kitty Luna. And today's kind of like, well, this video is kind of like a bonus video, I guess, because I sort of already have one planned for today, but I totally forgot that today's the day Jeffree Star was doing his big reveal of his latest collection, the Bloodlust collection, and he just posted the video a couple of hours ago, I believe. And I just finished watching it, and I thought it would be perfect time to jump on here and start talking to you guys about it. So if you haven't watched his reveal video yet, I'm obviously going to link it in the description bar below, or in the description box, I should say, below. So go check that out first if you're interested. Just because I'm not going to be putting it on screen or anything. I have a couple screenshots I'm going to hold up to show you guys kind of what I'm talking about, but a lot of it, I'm not technologically savvy enough to do like a live reaction video, so I'm just kind of giving you my thoughts after having watched it. So I'm really excited to talk about this one because, as you guys know, I am a big fan of purple. Purple is my favorite color to use besides neutrals as an eye color, as an eyeshadow color. So I threw on a purple top because I thought it would be appropriate for this video, and let's just jump into it. So the first thing he revealed, of course, is the palette. So I took a screenshot of it just so I can show you guys on screen. So this is the Bloodlust palette. I'll try and get my camera to focus, but it's doing a lot of reflecting. But like I said, go watch his reveal video, and you can really see it in person as well as swatches. He obviously does. But yeah, so firstly, I didn't get a picture of it, but the outside packaging is all like purple velvet. One second. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if you heard that, but my doorbell just rang, so I had to jump up and quickly get it because it is finally my Too Faced order that has been delayed for the past like 4 months. So today's actual video is going to be an unboxing video of this. I'm going to unbox it for the first time on camera, just so you guys can get my genuine reaction in case something is like messed up again, because I will probably have a little rage moment if that happens. But getting back to the Jeffree Star collection. Sorry. Yeah, so the outside packaging is like a purple velvet. It's in a hexagon shape, as you saw in that image. And it's just got like his logo right in the middle of the purple velvet. And so my thoughts on the packaging are as follows. So typically I'm not really a fan of Jeffree Star, his style of packaging, which is very large and bulky. In terms of the purple velvet idea, I love that. I think that's super cute because it's a dark enough color. Like, a lot of people complain like the Modern Renaissance palette is kind of that velvet finish, but like it gets really dirty because it's like a pale pink. But this, I think, works because it's like a very deep purple, so it's not really going to show the dirt as much, so I think that's a good thing. I like the shape. I like the hexagon idea. That's cool too. It's just the thickness, and I don't know, like Jeffree even said in his reveal video, oh, like it's slim and stuff, and I'm like, slim to who? I mean, like, his palettes are like the least slim palettes in my entire collection of palettes, so for him to say that it's slim is a little bit like, okay, it's not slim. Like, it's got a lot going for it, but slim is not one of them. Because, yeah, like, the Conspiracy palette is the only product I have from him so far, but I've seen other people putting this next to, like, the Blood Sugar or the Blue Blood palette, and they're all huge. Like, this is not slim. I'm sorry, but it's not. So based on the reveal video that he just posted, it looked about the same width, like thickness as this, maybe a smidgen thinner, but like not, I wouldn't say like slim. To me, slim is like this, not this. So that's just one thing. It's a personal preference thing. I don't really like really bulky palettes. They don't store well, things like that. However, the actual aesthetic of it, like just looking at it, and from a non-practical point of view, I really enjoy the way the palette looks. I think the design is really beautiful. It's like very aesthetically pleasing. It's just not the easiest to like store nicely in my home, and I think that's, a lot of people agree with that sentiment, but I'm sure a lot of people love the packaging, so that's just my take on it. And then looking at when he opened the palette, and I got the first look at the shades that are there, to be honest with you, my initial thoughts, I was a little bit disappointed because obviously we knew this was going to be a purple palette because of some sneak peeks of the outer packaging and stuff that he posted. Usually that Jeffree Star tends to match the outer packaging with the color story that's on the inside. And when I saw this purple palette, I just felt like at first glance, like this isn't even a purple palette, you know? Like, let's look at it again. I see maybe 3, maybe 4 colors that I would consider a purple. Then there's a whole bunch of like really, really pale pinks and one, you know, a couple of, there's like a blue, a yellowish beige, there's a green in there, there's a teal, like a red. There's a lot of other colors. Not enough to call it a rainbow palette, I wouldn't say, but like, honestly, I feel like it's as close to a rainbow palette as it is to a purple palette. So, in the sense that it's neither of those two things. But, so yeah, at first, with the initial reveal, I was kind of like, really? Like, because you guys know I love purple. And like, I'm not like that disappointed because like, to be honest, I have enough purple palettes in my collection. It's not like I was like hoping for this to be my holy grail purple palette because, you know, I have lots of purple palettes. So I'm not like, oh no. But like, yeah, initially I was just kind of bored with it. I was kind of like, oh, well, he could have really gone hard with his purple theme. And I feel like he didn't really do that. However, when he started swatching the shades, it kind of grew on me a little bit. I like the fact that he included a kind of a bone white kind of shade because I do like to use that as like my first shade to just go all the way from like my lash line all the way up to my eyebrow. That's what I did with today's look. It's obviously extremely subtle. You're not really supposed to notice it, but it just like sets your eyelid primer and kind of like brightens up just under the brow bone. And for me, I prefer to do that pretty much every time I do my makeup. So I like that that's in there. As much as like at first glance it's boring, it's like it's necessary, you know? So I'm okay with that shade. The matte to shimmer ratio I think is pretty good. It's got like quite a few mattes and quite a few shimmers, not overwhelmingly one or the other, which in my opinion is a good thing. I like to have a mix of about 50-50 of mattes to shimmers. And then, yeah, what else stood out to me when he was swatching? He did say there was a couple shades in here that are a new formula. I mean, that's nice, I guess, for someone who cares about, like, I don't know, like, I saw him swatch some and I was like, yeah, it looks the same as the other shimmers. Like, I don't know. I guess technically maybe it's a different formula, but to me as just a basic consumer that's like not a makeup artist, not a chemist, like I don't really care about that. As long as it looks nice, it's fine. It wasn't like groundbreaking. It wasn't like the first time ever seeing a multi-chrome where you're like, holy shit, this is like brand new. It just kind of was like, okay, so it's different ingredients. Like, I don't care. But a couple of the shades that really stood out to me was there were quite a few nice pastel lavender colors. And that's a color I really like to work with because I feel like a lot of purple palettes go really dark and really deep, which is a look, like it's fine, it's good. But I tend to find that a lot of purple palettes don't go as light as I would like. So for example, I'm just pulling this one because it's here. The Sweet Violet palette by Violet Voss. Beautiful palette, but as you can see, even the lightest shade here is like a medium, you know, medium depth of tone, you know what I mean? Like it's not like a very, very light pastel violet. It's kind of just like a mid-range. And I find that to be the case with pretty much all of my purple palettes. So I really did like that he included a very light color, which kind of persuaded me a little bit more to liking it. I do like that the red in here, as opposed to the red in the Conspiracy palette, if any of you have this, and I know a lot of Jeffree Star fans will have it, you would know that this Flaming Hot red is not a red. When you swatch it, it's pink. So I'm glad that when he swatched the red that is in the Bloodlust palette, you see that red in there? I like that when he swatched that, I could see that it was actually red and not pink. Do I wear red that often? No. But I guess just from an objective standpoint, maybe not personally my preference, but just in terms of like providing what you think you're going to get. Like it's better that it's not, you know, false advertising. If you're buying this and thinking you're getting red and then it turns out to be a pink, like was the case with this one, that can be annoying. So I like that it was true to the shade that's in the pan. And then one shade that I would say was the standout shade for me, like hands down, like without this shade in the palette, I don't think I'd be as interested. Like this shade alone made me like go, oh my god, do I need this in my life? Like I kind of need this in my life. And that is the very, very dark shade right there. It almost looks like a black, like a sparkly black on camera here, but he swatched it in the video, and that's basically what it is a sparkly black, but it's got like this very deep purple, like shimmery, sparkly shift to it. It's very glittery. It's honestly gorgeous. I've never seen any color like that, so that was what was interesting to me, because a lot of the other colors, it's like they're pretty. I could see myself using them, and they're useful, and they could make a lot of cool looks, but they're nothing like groundbreakingly new, except for I found that one shade to be truly unique. Unique in my collection anyways, unique to anything I've seen recently or even ever before. It was just so unique. I just loved it. I loved it. I was like, okay, now that I've seen that swatch, I'm like considering it now. But yeah, so those are my initial thoughts on the palette, but let's talk about some of the other stuff that he released along with this. So I'm not going to show pictures of everything because we'll be here all day. But there was like a bunch of clothing items, like some jackets, hats. Randomly, there were like reusable straws. That's weird to me. Like a makeup brand selling like at least the clothing, it's still in like the fashion realm, I guess. And then straws is just like, okay, but like, you know, whatever. And then there were a few other makeup products. There was like a couple. Was it one or two? I don't remember how many. There was like a liquid lipstick or whatever. I think there were two. I don't remember exactly. But then he talked about this other liquid lip bundle, and it was like these mini liquid lipsticks. So I took a picture of that just to show you guys. So that's what it looks like. So you get, what, 8? How many is there? 8? Yeah, I think 8. You get 8 different mini liquid lipsticks. And just to show you how mini they are, that's another picture there of him holding it. So it's really mini. They're, I would say, about the size of a Tarte lip paint mini. So sometimes you get these as samples at Sephora, or like they have like sometimes some bundle deals on the Tarte website for these guys. Wow, camera, you suck. But anyways, so here are my thoughts about the liquid lipsticks. Number one, I don't really find on my complexion that a purple lip is flattering. As much as I love purple on the eyes, like it's like I said, my favorite color of eyeshadow to work with besides neutrals. When I put purple on the lips, it looks weird. Like it looks very, very weird because I'm so white, I guess. But I feel like maybe if you were of a deeper skin tone, you could like probably really rock a purple lip because it's closer to your skin color. Like I feel like lips are one of those things, like, do you really want to be that bold with your lips? You know, unless it's red, I feel like maybe that's just me. I don't really go for like a super bold lip. Like I prefer something more on the nude side. Maybe like a light pale pink, or like if I'm really going for it one day, I'll do like a red lip with like a very neutral eye. But purple is just a no-go for me for lips. I do own a couple of purple lipsticks, believe it or not, but I never touch them because they look hideous. So that's just me. But again, if you're like a dark skinned girl, I bet that you could probably really pull off like a deep purple lip. Yeah, so not every single one of these in the mini bundle are purples. Like there's a couple of like hot pink, like metallic pinks and like lighter metallic pinks in there and stuff. But metallic lips also aren't really my thing. Like I'm not as opposed to it, but I don't know. So basically the color range, what I'm getting at here is the color range is not really my cup of tea. So I'm not going to be picking this up. However, I did want to mention just the fact that I think these mini lip products, like the way Tarte does it and the way Jeffree is doing it here in these smaller sizes, is actually such a good idea. I wish more brands would do this because I feel like, personally, I have like few full-size liquid lipsticks, and I just find that no matter how many times I use them, I will never ever probably use up an entire full-size liquid lipstick. And I feel like these little mini ones are so much better because you can get a lot more for the same price, and then you can really have a variety in your collection without feeling like, oh my god, I've got like 12 years worth of lip products that I'm never ever going to go through and before they expire, you know. Like these little ones are just enough that you can use them enough times that you feel like you got your money's worth before they expire. So I do want to say I am happy to see Jeffree Star doing these little mini things. I didn't realize, he said he's had them before, but I didn't realize that, I guess. So like I said, the first and only thing I've bought from him is this, and it's pretty recent, so I'm still just kind of getting to know his brand. But yeah, so that's that. And then the last thing I really want to talk about is the highlighter. So he's releasing a highlighter as well with this collection. That's what it looks like. All highlighters on camera kind of just look the same. They look like a white or a pink or like a champagne colored powder, right? I mean, it's hard to really tell, like, just based on looking at it in the pan or whatever. But he did sort of swatch it on his like cheeks here, on his this area, and showed some photographs of some other male models like with it. As you can see, it's sort of swatched here on his finger, but again, you can barely see it on camera, especially a secondhand screenshot of on camera onto another camera. It's like very not a good representation. But what I wanted to say about this is highlighters. Why do colored highlighters exist? And by that I mean anything other than like maybe a soft gold, champagne kind of beige to even like a white, or like for a deeper skin tone, maybe a darker shimmery brown kind of thing. But like aside from, or pink, because like blush, you know, it's pink. But like aside from that, when I see highlighters that are like blue or green, or, and this one, it looked white in the pan, but like when you see it on, it does have that purple, like it goes with the collection, so it makes total sense, but it has that purple reflect in it. And I just feel like highlighters, it doesn't really make sense for the purpose of a highlighter is to make it look like you're kind of glowing a little bit. And do you want to glow purple? I mean, like, that just seems really like alien looking to me, like unnatural. Now that's not necessarily just a criticism of Jeffree, because I've seen lots of other brands that do these like different colored highlighters, and like I just have never really understood that. Like I just feel like I just don't get it. I just don't. That's like doing a blue blush. It's like nobody blushes in blue. Like it just seems weird to me. Although it is, the Bloodlust collection is a purple collection, so in terms of sticking with the theme, like I give him credit for sticking to the theme of purple because he clearly did that. But yeah, I just don't get the colored highlighter trend, I guess. For me, I'm always gonna stick with like a way more neutral highlight. Maybe again, that's maybe just personal preference, but yeah. So this collection, now that I've kind of talked about it a little bit, it is going to be for sale, I believe he said February 21st. And then there's an exact hour of the day, because we all know Jeffree Star's website, you basically have to be there like the minute it launches if you want to get this. So go to his video and skip to the end if you want, unless you want to watch the whole video. But he does say the exact hour of the day if you want to pick up this collection. Am I gonna get it? Probably not, and the reason I say that is because I will be filming another video shortly after this where I go over everything I've bought so far in 2020, and it's insane. So I clearly have to slow down on that. If money was no object, and if amount of stuff was not a concern of mine, and it was just like, do I want to own this? Like if it was given to me for free, you know, yeah, absolutely. Not the highlighter. Absolutely not. I would never ever wear that. No offense, Jeffree. The same with the lips, except maybe there is like kind of a nude looking one in that little bundle, but I'm not gonna buy the whole bundle for like one lip color. But as for the palette, yeah, that one color, I'm like obsessed now that I saw that color. When he swatched it, I was like, oh my god, I need that color in my life. But am I gonna buy the whole palette? I mean, I think it's $58 American and stuff. And so no, I'm not going to get it on release day, and I'm sure it's going to sell out. So perhaps by the time they get a restock, which probably won't be for another couple of months, it'll probably be midsummer by the time they get a restock in. At that point, I will assess how much new products have come into my collection and how much money I've spent over the last couple months, how my current financial situation is, and at that point, maybe I will get it when it is restocked. But am I gonna run out and get it on launch day? No. That, again, nothing negative about it. It's just my personal situation right now makes that not feasible. So, but yeah, do I think you should get it if you are in the market for a cool palette, if you like Jeffree's packaging style and it fits in with your aesthetic, and you know, if you're a big fan of Jeffree Star Cosmetics and you like purples and you want to add to your collection, like, I think it would be worth the money. It's just when you don't have the money, you don't have the money. But if I did have the money, I think it would be a worthwhile investment. So those are my overall thoughts on the release of the Bloodlust palette. Comment below if you saw the release video, or the reveal video I should say. Let me know what you think. Are you gonna pick it up? What products are you most interested in? For me, like I said, it's the eyeshadow palette's really the only thing I'm interested in. But are you interested in it, like in any of the other cosmetic items or apparel or anything like that? Let me know below, and I'm looking forward to hearing what everyone thinks of this when it actually is released. I can't wait to watch like reviews and like people doing looks with this palette. Like, it is really fun when a big brand like Jeffree Star Cosmetics comes out with a new launch, because everybody starts talking about it, and it's just so fun to watch like all my favorite YouTubers kind of testing it out and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm most excited for about this, since I am not in the position to buy it right now. But yeah, comment below any of your thoughts on this release. If you don't mind, I would love it if you would like this video. Subscribe to the channel. I post a new video every single day, so you will get daily content from me, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.